Yo, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while. Been a while since I recorded. I was actually on vacation when the video that we're going to be talking about was uploaded. I watched it while I was on vacation. I was in Boston. But I was like, I'm not going to respond to this. I'm going to take my time off. And I just got back recently. And so we're going to be talking about this today. So we're going to be talking about Amberlynn Reid, who made a video talking about Shrimpgate. If you're not familiar, she'll go into detail about it in her video. But she mentions me and kind of talks about me. And so I thought to myself, I kind of want to go over this as well because it was a few years ago. It was when I was first getting into finding out who Amberlynn was and sharing my thoughts on it. And so without further ado, we're going to get into the video. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's like 30 minutes long, and a lot of it is genuinely just really repetitive. So we're going to watch the first little bit, and then I'll kind of summarize a lot of the other points that are made. So without further ado, let's just get into it.
So we're going to talk about Shrimpgate. Yes, we are. If you guys don't know about this era in my life, this was about 4 to 5 years ago, and I lost in only a couple of days about 12,000 subscribers.
So yeah, it was a big deal. Like, a lot of people were very upset with Amberlynn, more than normal, and I think there's a good reason for that, which we'll get into. And so it's clear that this was obviously a very big deal for her, YouTube-wise, but then also just in life in general, it seems.
And here's why. I have not watched this video since I uploaded it. I don't remember what I said in it. Nothing. So we're going to watch it together and see why 12,000 or more people decide to unsubscribe from me within just a few days.
It's weird the way that this is framed, like almost like those people were bad for unsubscribing. I don't know. It's like, yeah, you made a mistake, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you messed up and people unsubscribe. It is what it is. It happens. Like, I don't know. Like, to turn it into like this, I don't know. It's.
That's it.
Hey guys. Okay, so we have another mukbang. We're going to eat shrimp with cocktail sauce.
I don't know what that is. Me going, that was weird. I will say that a lot of people still to this day talk about how I ate a whole thing of cocktail shrimp. So let's see.
Okay, so because she talks about this the entire video, she doesn't eat the whole thing. It only ends up being a few hundred calories, okay? So she keeps going on and on about this. It's only a few hundred calories. I think most people that know a lot about calories, like myself, I saw that and I was like, that's not that many calories. It's really not that big of a deal as far as the amount of calories that were eaten in front of the camera. She goes on and on about this. I don't think that that's what the main focus should be. I feel like, again, it's her kind of missing the point of what most people were saying, or intentionally, this is my own interpretation, intentionally focusing on something to make herself feel better, or to make herself look better to the people that maybe don't know much about it. I don't think it's about the amount of calories that were eaten in the shrimp cocktail. It's more about the optics of what that looks like, in my opinion, at least.
See how many I actually eat. I'm curious.
Okay, so I'm really excited. Here we go. I haven't had this in, it's been a hot minute.
Mukbangs are weird, bro. I don't know, like, just for me, I don't understand why people like to watch them. I understand that people like them, but like, I don't want to watch an obese person do a mukbang. I don't want to watch a skinny person do a mukbang. I don't want to watch people eat. And so I've never understood the desire that people have to watch this type of content. Like, truly.
It's good.
I have it muted. I remember I muted some parts because I was living with roommates and there was some things being said that I didn't want you guys to hear. I don't think they realized that my camera could pick up what they were saying, so I just muted it.
Okay.
Because it was like personal.
So we're just gonna add the tails over there.
So just because I usually watch all of everything on YouTube on ×2 speed. So we're gonna watch it at 1.5. Hopefully that's not too fast for you guys.
She can't even watch her own video on 1.speed. She said, nah, we need to hurry up, bro.
It's actually really good. Nice and cold.
I talk really slow, so.
Yum. And we have water. Isn't this a cool bottle? This is the Kroger brand, I think. Yeah. And they're plastic.
I would go through phases in the past where I thought drinking a gallon of water was good for you. I would say for some people, but all bodies are different. Don't force yourself to drink a gallon of water.
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily incorrect. Some people need more water depending on how much you sweat. I sweat a lot, and I should probably drink a lot more water. So it depends person by person. For some people, a gallon probably would be like just overkill, like not necessary.
The sauce is so good.
This is awkward.
So the topic for today
Is
mukbangs and weight loss. This is like such a big thing because ObesetoBeast made another video kind of talking about mukbangs, like obese people doing mukbangs and like mixing weight loss with mukbangs. So I personally messaged him because we have talked in private before, like because he made 2 videos about me and then a video about mukbangs. Before the mukbang video, I messaged him. This was before the mukbang video, so before he started talking about mukbangs, I messaged him and just been like, I just asked him like, why couldn't you tell me like in a message that everything you said in the video, why couldn't you tell me? So
so I remember this moment. I was
Okay, so to kind of go back a little bit, when me and Amberlynn first started talking or messaging, I like sent her a message. I think it was on Instagram. I forget exactly what social media platform it was. Sent her a message and I just offered help. I made it pretty specifically clear we don't have to make this public. I didn't want to get into this, right? I was like, I just want to give you information because at the time I didn't really know much about Amberlynn, and I just was like, I just want to help because I felt like maybe there's just information this woman doesn't know that maybe I can share. Come to find out that Amberlynn, and this is stuff that I've said in lots of videos, she's very smart. She knows how to lose weight. She does. She's not good at actually losing the weight. Not trying to sound mean or anything, but it's clear, right? She's not good at implementing the skills that you need, which a lot of people struggle with. And there's nothing like inherently wrong with that because it's a very common thing. But she knows how. She understands total daily energy expenditure. She understands calories. She understands all of these things, but she doesn't implement it. So once I realized that, I was like, well, there's really not much I can do. Like when it comes to losing weight, there's nothing I can do or say to someone to make them do the things that they need to do, especially if they already have the knowledge. A lot of times for some people, just gaining that knowledge, understanding total daily energy expenditure, understanding your BMR and like how to get into a caloric deficit and just understanding calories can be a very powerful tool for some people that just truly don't know. But she already knew all that stuff, and so a lot of the information I was sharing with her was stuff that she already knew. So I kind of realized, okay, well, there's not much I can do. There's nothing I can do to help, as far as just sharing this knowledge. And then things kind of progressed, and I started learning some more things. And then obviously, like the cycle kind of continued. Where she said she wanted to lose weight. She said she was going to do this. She ended up not doing that. And then things kind of progressed. And then I started to talk about her in videos, and then I did make that video about mukbangs and trying to lose weight, and this is still something that I stand by to this day. I have never said that it is impossible to do a mukbang and not lose weight and lose weight, right? I think it's absolutely possible, of course, right? If you're in a caloric deficit, which is something that she brings up. And so, but if you are someone that is of Amberlynn's size or someone that is very, very large that clearly has a problem with food, it is making something that is already incredibly difficult, losing weight, even more difficult by eating food on camera, because most of the time, especially for people that are bigger and larger, those mukbangs consist of quote unquote unhealthy foods. And so most of the time, it's not just shrimp cocktail, because this isn't inherently a super terrible meal. But this video probably wouldn't do as well as, say, McDonald's or Burger King or a ton of fast food or cake or something like that, right? And so it always becomes this game of, okay, I want to do a mukbang, but I know if I eat this food, the unhealthy stuff, I would get way more views, or I can eat the healthy stuff and get way less views, right? We've talked to Hungry Fat Chick many times, and she has said that herself, right? When she does mukbangs of healthier food, she doesn't get as many views, so she does them with fast food and, those things, because that works better. And that's true. I don't disagree with that. So I've never said that it is impossible to lose weight and do a mukbang, but you are making something that is already very, very difficult, and clearly Amberlynn Reid struggles with it immensely, and then putting another level of like it being harder. Do you think that's really going to work out? Obviously not, right? That's where I stand with that.
Definitely confused, because me and him had, talked in private before. He wanted to help me just a little bit with like weight loss, give me some advice and stuff. And then he made a whole video kind of like expressing his feelings or concerns. And I just thought it was weird, since, we have been talking in private, why he didn't voice those to me privately. Instead, like, he made a whole public video about it. So I found that at the time to be a wee bit frustrating, but it's like, now I get it. It's the YouTube game. Making content about me does get quite a few views, so I get it now.
He answered, obviously. And then he explained that, like, mukbangs shouldn't be done by people on a weight loss journey.
So I want to say my opinion on this now.
I would never say that people shouldn't do something. I'm just saying, if you are truly trying to lose weight, it's probably not the best idea. If you want to do it, like, you live your life, you can do whatever you want, right? But if you're truly like, I want to lose weight and I want to do everything I can, and then you're also like, but I also want to eat a ton of food on camera, like, I'm sorry, like, clearly something's got to give, right? That's where I stand on that.
That I really firmly think that you can still lose weight and do mukbangs, but I feel like there's a fine line between what type of food are you eating and how is it going with like your mental, like, is it mentally doing you good? Is it doing you bad? Like, what is it doing for you? What purpose is it serving you? But I do believe, like, if we're just like black and white, yes, you can do mukbangs or eat on camera and lose weight. You still have.
I mean, like, yeah, of course, obviously. Like, I don't know anyone that would disagree with that. And if they would, I'd say they're wrong. I don't know. It's just like, I don't understand the point that she's trying to make here, because it's like, yeah, obviously, if you're in a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. It doesn't matter if you're eating on camera or not. Like, it's not like eating on camera magically adds a bunch of calories to the food or anything.
Have to be in a caloric deficiency, obviously, because that's how you lose weight. But if you're eating thousands of calories per mukbang and you're doing it like daily, then obviously you're not going to lose weight.
That's the only things that the viewers see. That makes sense and all, but my whole thing is like, first of all, this is my life. I'm an adult. I can choose.
And another thing is, like, to be surprised, like, I can't believe people are upset about this, or like, it's like, dude, you've been talking about wanting to lose weight all the time in almost all of your videos, and then of course, if you show yourself, even if you don't eat all the shrimp, but you have this huge platter of shrimp in front of you and you're talking and eating it, people are like, what the heck is going on here? Like, that's a very normal human response to have. And so to be like, I can't believe that people unsubscribe from me for doing this, it's like, bro, I don't know, you made your bed, you got to lay in it at some point, right?
What I want to do versus what I don't want to do. And like, another big thing is, like, just because you are seeing one meal out of the 15 I have in a week, how is that going to decipher everything? Do you get what I'm saying? And there are skinny mukbangers out there. They don't gain weight at all. There have been mukbangers out there who have lost weight. It is a thing. It's not something that's crazy.
It's a thing.
Easy to gain weight doing it, obviously, but it's also not that hard to lose weight while doing it. So
I think here I was making excuses because I wanted to continue the mukbangs without backlash.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, basically. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, okay, some people can do it, but clearly you can't. And so, like, to be upset that someone said, yeah, that's maybe not a good idea. And you're also saying, yeah, it probably wasn't a good idea. I just don't get it, man. I really don't.
But it's just like, I was in a point in my life where, I mean, look at me, I was like at my heaviest, and I still wanted to be able to create content that I knew people would click on, and that was mukbangs.
I know you guys know Foodie Beauty, Foodie Booty, whatever. It's hard to pronounce. Chantel.
Whatever.
And she's kind of where I'm at right now, where it's just like, we're over, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I have talked to her privately, and I do watch her videos. We're kind of just over people only supporting us when we're doing what they want us to do. That's just not...
That is a true fact. That is a thing. People like me more when I'm losing weight, when I'm actively showing that I'm losing weight.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I don't know if I say like you more, but it's the vast majority of people that are subscribed to you are subscribed because you've made it clear that you want to lose weight and you're like a weight loss channel, regardless of how much you've tried to change that over time. Like when you started the channel, it was about, hey, I'm overweight and I would like to lose weight. And I don't know how many arcs there've been of you saying, I'm going to start this new diet. I'm going to start this new thing. I'm going to start this new thing. So a lot of the people that are following you are excited to see you lose weight, or at least expecting there to be some weight loss. And so when that doesn't happen, people are going to, like, you know, if I started making videos about, I don't know, video games, and people were like, this isn't what I've subscribed to, I'm not going to watch these. I want to be like, I can't believe people won't watch my videos about video games now. It's like, well, that's not what they came for, bro. And so, like, I could either be upset about that and make videos being like, why won't you watch my videos about video games? Or I can be like, you know what? I'm going to make these videos about video games. And yes, the views are going to be lower, but this is what I want to do, and it is what it is, right? Or I can be like, you know what? Okay, clearly that's not working. I'm going to continue making weight loss videos, or the types of videos that have always done well for me, or the people that have watched, and just be like, okay, it is what it is. To be like, people are not watching the videos that I'm making. It's like, yeah, that's not what they're there for, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got to either accept it or move on. It's you got to do one of the two.
Which is a very weird concept in my opinion, because it's like, whether I'm losing weight or I'm not losing weight, I am still like the same person within.
Yes, you are. But people are there to watch you lose weight. Regardless of how fair you might think that is, that's what they're there for, right? People are not on my channel to watch video game videos. Would I love if people watch videos of me talking about videos? Yeah, it'd be awesome because I like them. But I understand that's not why people are here. And so if I made those videos and they did terrible, which they would, I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't be upset at my audience because they won't watch those videos. Do you get what I'm saying?
And like, I still have the same heart and the same personality. And so it's like, to like someone based on their weight, or to dislike someone based on their weight, or to dislike or like someone based on like how they eat, or if they're on track, off track, is weird. Because when you truly think about it, like, it is one's life.
So you're saying it's weird. It's just you're taking it too personally. You're taking this as like these people know you personally. They don't, right? Most of the people that are following you don't know you personally, and so you cannot take it personally. You have to see it as this is a YouTube channel and people are subscribed for specific content. And if I'm not making that content, not many people are going to watch. And that just is a fact of the matter. You cannot take it personally that people don't want to watch you do something that they didn't subscribe for. It's that simple. It really, really is.
Like, this is my life. I get to choose what I want to do with it. Just like the next person can choose. Like, do they want to smoke cigarettes? We all know where that goes. I recently watched a TikTok, actually. Cardiovascular doctors were asked the same question, and it was, as a heart doctor, what is one thing you would never do? And they all had the exact same answer.
What's one thing you would never do as a cardiologist?
I would never.
So she goes on to play this whole TikTok of everyone, all the doctors saying they wouldn't smoke, right? And so that's what this TikTok is. We're not going to watch the whole thing.
In terms of heart health is going to be smoking. And that really includes all forms of smoking. So we often think of smoking traditionally as
smoke,
cigarettes,
kids.
But that does include vaping, which is now a lot more popular. And unfortunately, because a lot of these companies who pitch these products are so good at marketing and advertising, we sometimes forget that there might be some ills associated with that as well.
No one is deciding upon if they should support or like or dislike someone based on them smoking cigarettes.
Bro, this is such a bad example because, I mean, the top comment on this video, I think, is about this. Yeah, and if I spent 10 years watching a smoker trying to quit smoking while simultaneously been smoking for money, I would feel the exact same way. So like, if someone had an entire channel based on them trying to quit smoking, and every few months they would end up smoking a ton, and then be like, I don't understand why people are mad at me for like uploading these videos of me smoking. It's just my journey. Or I don't understand why people are mad at me, or not as many people are watching my cigarette review videos. It's like, yeah, because that's not why people are here. That's not what they subscribe for. Like, they're not here for that. And so again, you are taking this too personally. You have to separate yourself from the content and understand this is a YouTube channel, right? People are here to see the content that they thought that they were here for. And so if you completely switch that up, not as many people are going to watch. And that just is what it is. It just is what it is. Is it fair? I don't know. Does it kind of suck? Yeah, because you feel like you're kind of stuck into a certain niche. It can be frustrating. But again, to be upset at the subscribers is just silly, in my opinion.
While smoking cigarettes is actively killing somebody, just like, you know, me being off track is also actively killing me. But it's like, why does cigarette smoking, just for the lack of a better example, get less heat than someone my size, you know, eating some shrimp on camera? It's just, it all boils down to one thing, and we all know the answer.
This is truly like such a bad example. I don't even know what to say. I just think that this is a terrible example. It's such an easy thing to be like, no, that's not true. And so I don't know. That's kind of my opinion on that. I just think that it's kind of silly. It's just silly, in my opinion.
I feel like in this video, this person here and this person here, we probably still have the same beliefs, but I just feel like back then I had more like, I don't give a fuck attitude, because I didn't care about my weight as much as I do now. I didn't care about what I was eating as much as I do now.
So, okay, that's what we're going to watch, because the rest of the video really is just very, very repetitive, okay? So that's how I felt about the whole Shrimpgate stuff. And like, kind of moving forward, Amberlynn is currently like in the process of getting weight loss surgery. And she recently got undiagnosed with binge eating disorder. It was kind of necessary because the doctor said, because you have binge eating disorder, we can't do the surgery for a whole year until you have kind of gone through different steps on trying to improve that. And so Amberlynn was a little upset about that. And so she basically was able to get that undiagnosed. So now she is in line to get this weight loss surgery. I am of the thought process that I think the surgery is something that she needs to do and is very, very important. But I am also of the thought process that if this is something that you're going to do, this is a very, very, very intense surgery, but it's also not a magic bullet. And so you can get the surgery and just continue to gain weight, right? You'll lose weight for a little bit, but then you'll end up, you know, stretching out your stomach or just basically going back to where you were. And so it seems like in the current landscape, Amberlynn is still very much so always skirting responsibility, always just never taking full responsibility for actions, right? So this whole video just for me personally screams like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys did this to me. This was such a bad thing for my mental health. This was like, oh my God, you know? But it's like, yo, you made some mistakes, just take responsibility. And the reason that's important is because if you are going to get weight loss surgery and you are seriously like want to lose weight and keep it off long term, I know from experience, one of the most important aspects of that is being honest with yourself. And so if you're not able to be honest with yourself and like, you know, oh, I messed up on this, or I shouldn't have eaten that, or whatever, right? It's never, and I mean that, ever going to work, right? Regardless of if you get surgery or not. This surgery is not a magic bullet. I have many friends that have had this surgery. I know people that have had the surgery and ended up gaining some weight back, or even ended up being where they were before because they didn't work on that relationship with food and that relationship with basically themselves of being honest with yourself and taking responsibility. And so what I see here is someone that is still struggling to take responsibility for their actions. And I am someone that I truly want, and I know you probably don't believe me, Amberlynn, and I'm sure you're watching this video, you probably don't believe that I want you to be successful. I do. Like, truly, I do. But what I'm seeing right now and the actions that I'm seeing, I don't see this working out in the long run. And like, I would love for you to prove me wrong. I would. because it really does. And I think you understand that as well. You are in dire straits now, right? Like this is getting to be not good. It's getting to be dangerous. Like your weight is going to cause you problems if it already hasn't, right? And so I want to see you be successful. And so what I'm saying, and this is what I would say to anybody that is trying to lose weight, is you have to take responsibility. You have to stop blaming others. Like this YouTube channel, do you think that it's good for you or bad for you? Truly, right? Do you think that this channel is helping you stay on track, or is it hurting you? And if you think it's hurting you, is the channel and the money worth your life? At the end of the day, that's the question that you have to ask yourself. And that's the, those are the things that you have to deal with, because at the end of the day, it's your life that's in jeopardy, right? If you don't end up getting the surgery and you don't work on these things. And so, that's my question to you. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on the whole kind of process, kind of share a little bit of the background of when we started like talking, and just kind of share my opinions. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.